guys? Welcome. 3 days out from Chris here. What a way to start. From myself though, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope you're all safe. Have a great time, and a back refresh next year. Sim community as well. Ready for the Daytona 24, literally in a month's time. So that'll be awesome. Today's video though is 2 laps, one left foot braking, one right foot braking at Phillip Island. Same track condition or similar track conditions. This was last week's V8 Supercar official. It wasn't the race; it was just both of them in a practice session. So we're just gonna have a look at the main or the key differences. There's not many, and look, I think I've done 400 and something laps with my left foot here. And that was it. So Tuesday night, I raced East Coast, had a shocker, and I was using my right foot and thought, you know what, Wednesday onwards, just going to use my left foot. So that's what I did. This is pretty much what I come up with. So as you can see, looking straight off the bat, not much has changed, as in with brake. I mean, a little bit here and there, here spikes, my right foot, a little bit more pressure, but everywhere else, the same. And we'll dig in, we'll just go through quickly every corner. And have a dip. I wasn't really too worried about the throttle, but I won't harp on, but I'll just go through a little bit of the throttle inputs as well, as we go through. So just the main differences, right? So we'll notice pretty much this will be the common trend throughout the whole lap that we're going to see here. So for the first one, straight off the bat, when you right foot brake, this could be a skill issue, or it's just the way the brake. Well, this is the way when you do hit the brake with your right foot and you do blip, you just come off the brake a little bit. So bang straight away, a little bit of a disadvantage, because you're sacrificing that little bit of brake pressure to just blip down, which you can do with your left foot. And as you guys can see here, not lose any brake pressure, and you can keep that consistency. And as well, move the line back a little bit here. We can see I'm off the throttle a lot. I think this here, just a little bit of a coast here is more of just getting the car settled. It's just an instinctive thing that I naturally do. Like, I don't know I'm doing it. And you'll see as well here, we'll flick forward, the same exact thing here. I think, again, instinctively, I'm just waiting for the car. I've come off the brake. I've let it turn. I'm not trying to say fuel or anything here. This is just me. I think it's just a little bit of an instinct that I do, or I've just waited for the car to settle a bit. But as you can see here, the exit, straight on the gas, but I've let the car settle a lot more over this from getting off the brake coming into one. Off the throttle into one. I've let the car settle the whole time through here and then straight back onto the gas without messing around. As you can see here, massive difference from the meterage from getting off the throttle, but that's the massive difference that you'll see. Yeah, from obviously throttle, I've come off, bang, I can come straight onto the brake, obviously with my left foot because I'm braking left foot instead of off throttle, bang onto the brake with my right foot. So massive difference. And then again here, as you can see, I think actually we can see on the telemetry. Yeah, look, I'm on the gas even before I've fully gone off the brake. So there we go. I think right now, if you're wondering, like the consistency, couple of theories. I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, but a couple of things. I think couple of things I just want to get out there is that I think it's more of so the blue is my right foot. I think because that is my way of braking and my preferred. I think my right foot is reacting more to what the car is doing as to my left foot because I'm still learning. Let's say, which I am. I'm hitting the brake and the car feels good there. It's slowing down, or I've got it to where I want it, and that's where I'm staying. I don't have that confidence to play around with the brake pedal too much, and I just want to, as you can see, get off the brake pedal as quickly as I can, and then just get back straight onto the throttle. So yeah, I think consistency, 100%. That's exactly what you want here, and that's what we're always looking for in telemetry, consistency. But in saying that, I feel that there's not too much. I mean, there's not too much play here. Like it's not spiking all over the joint. So I mean, it's not a bad thing. And I feel that just here, I wouldn't be worried about what the brake's doing too much. Yeah, here I could, that's just a natural thing. Every time I blip, I do get off the brake a little bit, but you'll see that through when we go through turn 2 as well. You'll see the same sort of pattern. But I feel that it's not playing around enough. I think that's more my foot just reacting to what the car's doing and what my brain's telling my foot to do. So I don't think there is any time gained, or there will be any time gained or lost here. Maybe if it saves the tyres a little bit, so you're not dabbing around on the brake. Who knows? I'm not sure exactly how accurate the sim reads this stuff. And again, as well, I don't know if the car was unsettled. I've definitely ran a little bit wide here. As you can see, my 2 lines here. I have ran wide a little bit, and I had to get off the gas. Excuse me. And here, obviously, my clutch reading, as when I'm right foot braking, I'm using that clutch with my left foot. All right, coming into 2. Throttle. I've come off the throttle, pretty much almost the same thing, and I've here, obviously with that left foot brake, I'm able to go straight onto the brake here. I've let the car coast a little bit. Again, naturally, I'm just letting the car do that. I'm not saving fuel, and I've jumped on a little straight on to a little bit more pressure with my right foot, and it spiked a little bit, and then I think here as well, as you can see, it's down, up, down again, and then a little bit back up towards the end. I think that's more just reacting to what the car's doing. Again, though, look, my left foot, I haven't probably got the confidence, and I don't know how, like, my mind is telling me this is how hard you normally would hit the brake with my right foot, or how hard I should hit the brake. So this is probably more of a confidence thing, and again, more time in the seat and more time using my left foot to brake that I could be doing here. But in saying that, though, even though I've peaked a lot more here, I've hit the brake earlier here, and the car's slowing down a little bit more, so, and it's a lot more even. So 50-50 thing. Yeah, like, it could be a little bit of a confidence thing. Like, I've got off the gas as well early. I'm like, fuck, I need to get on the brake a little bit earlier. But yeah, so I'm compensating for just that knowledge. But here again, I've done a million laps with my right foot around Phillip Island compared to 400 with my left. So this here is more like, all my braking points with my right foot are pretty much muscle memory, and with my left foot, they're new, let's say, and I'm learning. With the throttle input, it's definitely a difficult corner towards when the tyres start to go off at Phillip Island. But look, I'm not really too worried about it. Again, though, a lot more consistent on the throttle with the right foot there. Sorry, with the right foot braking, but that could be anything. That just could be the way the car's handling, and me just wanting to maybe keep the car a little bit more settled, depending on what I'm trying to achieve. Right, we're going to skip the sweeper, and we'll go straight into turn 4. The hairpin. This was the hardest. This is where I needed to practice and really focus on the most. And the more I focused, the more I fucked it up. Excuse my French, but this was definitely frustrating with my left foot. I'm just going to put out there too, with here, I felt it was a lot easier as well if you straight lined. So as you can see, it doesn't look like much, but I'm kind of, when I get into the braking zone, I let the car, instead of following the left side of the track, I pretty much diamond it straight to the apex of the corner. James Scott does this a lot. When I was behind him, I was just watching what he's doing. Like, I wonder what he does that for. And straight away, it seemed like I was pinching that right front less. Give it a go. We're at Phillip Island again. It might help you guys, it might not. Obviously, you're sacrificing, obviously, making the corner a lot more tighter. But, I mean, it's a very, very slow hairpin either way. So, and as you can see here, a tenth in the way of the blue. So, look, having that wider line, look, you might, you're sacrificing a little bit, but then again, in other ways, if you're braking and you're not pitching your right front every lap, or you're saving that right front, I mean, that's a win in itself. So if it's costing you a tenth, but at least you're saving your tyres or anything like that, definitely worth it. If I'd rather save my tyres and be under a tenth and then lose that 7 laps down the track when my right front's a little bit worn. But also as well, in that, it could just be as well, I was definitely struggling. Like, I definitely was not consistent here. Like, I'd stuff up my blips with my right foot, and I'd sometimes chatter the rears, and then I couldn't get the temperature back down in the rear tyres. So it was definitely messy. It was definitely a frustrating time. All right, back onto the task at hand here. As well, as you can see, All right, well, so as we see here, look how I'm braking, and I'm still a lot on the accelerator. And I tell you what, this is something that I've just picked up. So, so this could be here. So this is the good thing about reading telemetry. So what this would be telling me is like of me being conscious. Well, I wasn't conscious of what I was doing here, but now, just say if this was last week and I was going through it, I wish I'd picked this up. I'd know, I'd be telling my mind, all right, coming into here, and I'd probably just coast that little bit to get off the throttle and then hit the brake, because this might have been causing why this could be the issue. This might have been the issue why I was just saying I was always I was struggling to get into this corner. So hey, there you go. This is why we read telemetry. How's that on a first video? There you go. So I've got to be self-conscious of that now, so I'll know to get off the gas fully and then onto the brake. I mean, look, a little bit here and there, but not you don't want to be a throttle slap 30% there when the brake. So you definitely don't want to be doing that. Cool. All right. So with the brake as well, again, the left foot. I think that's a mind thing. I've hit the percentage I want to be at, and I'm trying to keep it there. I don't want to mess around with that too much. With my right foot, yeah, I've got a little bit more confidence on how and brake feel, or pedal feel, I should say. So I want to I know where I can taper off. Again, with my blips, it actually wasn't too bad. Yeah, I taper off a little bit on that one. Here again, I've kind of dropped off, and then I'm dropping off the brake anyway here, and then back up. So yeah, that's that natural thing. Every time I blip, I'm dropping off the brake. I'm shifting a lot later as well. I feel that the clutch is a massive help with locking the rears. I think that's like for a consistency thing to a speed thing. I think if you're losing out on the two, that's where the right foot braking and the clutch, having that clutch in, I think, is dividends. Like it's definitely, if you just miss time a shift or anything, that time you've got the clutch in, and it gives it that time, it just gives that a little bit of coverage. So that's also another thing that I've picked up on, or that I think is another difference as well. Or if you are left foot braking and you're blipping with your right foot, try to blip. It's gonna sound, you'll know what I mean. Blip slower instead of tapping and shifting. Blip and then shift. Don't tap. Don't blip faster. Blip slower. Excuse me. I'm still recovering from COVID, if I haven't said it already 10 times. So yeah, either way, 50-50. But again, everything I'm doing with my right foot when I'm braking right foot's in the blue is all natural to me. So, but yeah, definitely I was struggling with chattering a lot with my left foot and not using that clutch. And I think that clutch is definitely a safe gate for that. All right, this next corner was an absolute nightmare as well. Only because I just could not get the car. It was either I'd get it stopped, and then when I'd shift, I'd have no rear, and the rear would come around on me. Or if I didn't shift, it would have a lot of push. So I was struggling. So, but with my left foot, with my right foot braking, I shift down to second and I have no dramas. Don't know why. And then with my left foot, every time I shift down to second, I was just having so much trouble. Like I was either having too much push or I was losing the rear. So I thought stay in third, and that actually worked out really, really well for me being in third here. So again, here I'm earlier on the brake. I got a lot more brake pressure. I don't know if I was coming in with more speed on this lap or something, but you know what? I've gotten off the throttle a little bit later. There you go. But still, that's a lot. That's 10% difference there. So actually 15s. So a little bit different there. That's strange as well, being my left foot, but obviously that was what I had not drilled into my mind. But that's what I had in my mind where I had to be at, and I'm holding the pressure on a lot longer than I am here. So the car might have been a little bit more unsettled than the blue trace. And then here though, I'm back on the throttle. I'm back on the throttle pretty early, so maybe the car was settled more than I thought. All right, there we go. We'll go in. We'll skip the S's. No brakes here. This is the last braking zone anyway. So around the hay shed. Same thing again. Look, consistency. I've broken a lot earlier, but the brake chase tapers off. It's not as flowing through. But again, the consistency. I think I'm just reacting, or my reaction with my right foot is just a natural instinct. So I think it's more of that than being an inconsistent thing. And then, yeah, the lack of experience again, that's why I'm trying to keep the brake as steady and as close to a steady line as possible, because I don't want the car to lock up, or the brakes to lock up, I should say. And here again, very, very tricky braking zone. As you come over the rise, you want to hit the brake pretty hard here. Kind of giving you a little bit of a tutorial, but this is where you're struggling if you forget to do this. Like you come over the right, like you brake over the rise, and then you want to hit the brake again, or just give it a bit more pressure because you can get the weight on it. If you hit the brake real hard here, as you come over the rise, the front gets light, and you'll lock the fronts. But as you come over, like just be patient and then hit the brakes, and then that should mitigate you locking that front right going into the apex. So there, and then back on all the way at the last corner, I am certain there is no brakes. Yeah, no brakes. So and throttle chase, yeah, just reacting to what the car's doing. So there you go, guys. It's not too in depth. I don't think you guys need to. I don't think there's any real difference between the left foot and the right foot for myself right now. I mean, I'll keep, like we're at Canadian Motorsport Park now, I am left foot braking. I've done a video with my right foot now that I have the new pedal plates. The new pedal plates on. It definitely feels a lot more natural again, which is nice. But I am left foot braking, and again, same. At Canadian Motorsport Park, it's just a lot more easier. Like you've got the left sweeper before the hairpin at the back. It's just a little bit more easy to get onto the brakes and at a pressure you want to be at with your left foot than it is your right foot. But apart from that, look, I think it feels like it's much of a muchness there, and it is such a short track too, and a flowy track. I think it's more about feel of the brake than, excuse me, than brake performance. So. But yeah, there you guys have it. I hope you learned something. Hit me up if you need to know anything more. I'll get back to you, of course. Cheers, guys! Again, great Christmas, and we'll see you probably soon for another video of the next week's official. If not, next year for sure, and for the Daytona. See you later.